What's going on, Gemini? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having an amazing week so far. So for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, your shares. Your support really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy your higher self has brought you here. You are in for an amazing journey. Now, what I'm going to be doing this week is a tarot card reading based off from the week of December 14th through the 20th. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems are feeling good. Just vibrations are great, Gemini. Which is perfect because this week we're going to be talking about love. And whether you're looking for a relationship or you're currently in one, this one has been tailored to you. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. I'm going to be pulling 9 cards with this one and doing clarification as need be. And of course, there's going to be a surprise card at the end, Gemini, so don't panic. And in case y'all were curious, because I'm sure for some of you, you might have noticed, is that a different deck? Absolutely it is. I just got this bad boy over the weekend, and it's been a treat using this so far. The art on these cards are nothing short of sick. And this deck is called it's the Light Seers Tarot deck. And I included a link in the description box below in case you wanted to check that out, get one of your own, just have fun with it, Gemini. But let's go ahead and get into your reading here. The first card is going to represent what is this person is what is the person is like. It's a person, Gemini, that I can't seem to. I'm so excited to meet them, I can't even get the words out. But this is going to be higher self, take the wheel. What is the person like that that's coming in for Gemini? What energies is this person embodying? Ooh, I'm gonna be able to talk, Gemini. Give me like 2 more minutes. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, I'm with it. So Gemini, you got the Knight of Pentacles here. And so I feel like this is this person can probably talk, one, but also is someone I feel like is very kind of stable. You know, they may be a little slow to move at first. You know, the Knight of Pentacles is one, this is Taurus energy here. So I feel like this is someone who, it's going to be kind of like a slow burn, you know, kind of like a slow and steady type of feeling. You know, I feel like this person is very pragmatic, you know, very responsible is what I'm getting with this Knight of Pentacles energy right here. So that's something to keep in mind. You know, if you're looking for something maybe a little bit faster, you know, this might be, well, we'll see. You know, maybe this person, that's something we can compromise on. Or they could even be someone who can maybe ground you, Gemini, because this is Pentacles are dealing with Earth energy here. So that's something to consider when dealing with this, when we're possibly meeting this person. And if we're in a relationship right now, and maybe if we've been feeling like our person could be, you know, maybe they're the type like they over calculate, or maybe, you know, they're maybe kind of stubborn or set in their ways. You know, I feel like it's not from I get like a feeling it's not from like they're doing this just to annoy you. You know, they got a certain mode of operating, you know, and I feel like it's trying to find that balance, you know, maybe kind of getting them out of their comfort zone and them kind of getting you in theirs, you know, kind of yeah, just kind of, I'm getting this is potentially has a very grounding type of effect in this relationship. But let's get on to your second card here, which is going to be how you two will meet. So higher self, see, I told you only a couple minutes, and now I can talk again. Now higher self, let me not jinx it. How will Gemini meet this person? Let's see how Gemini is going to meet this person at this time. Let's see how's that meeting looking. Look at you, Gemini. You got the King of Swords here, and that's your card, Gemini. So I feel like with how you're going to possibly meet this person is when I feel like this with both sides. I feel like when you both realize that you're in a place to look for a relationship, as that makes sense. You know, I feel like this is going to be something where we're really kind of I feel like we're really trying to make sure that we have all of our ducks in a row here. Make sure that we have our just everything, I feel like everything kind of planned. I'm getting like a almost like we're really kind of being not like when I say critical of this next relationship, I feel like we're really kind of we're trying to calculate how we want to go about it this go around. You know, maybe we're thinking about things and how things went in like the past. But I do feel like maybe it's going to be like possibly when we get out of our heads, you know, and maybe stop overthinking this thing, that's going to be how you meet. But let's get a little clarification on the King of Swords. Higher self, can we clarify this King of Swords, please? What is it that yeah, because I'm getting like an overthinking type of energy here. That there's going to be we're looking for like some signs is what I'm getting for that here. So let's get oh, already? Yeah, okay. Yeah. You got the Star card here. So I feel like you're hopeful for this situation here, but yeah, I feel like we're coming at it. We want to have that experience where it's just like it feels like magic, you know, where it's just like this person is the one, you know. I feel like we're really being kind of guarded with our hearts a little bit, you know, or yeah, that's what I'm getting with this energy, Gemini. A lot of thinking, but I feel like this planning, this prep, you know, making sure that you're in a good place. I feel like that is I don't feel like this is a bad thing, this overthinking. You know, you want to make sure that your head's in the right place and that you're feeling that that everything is aligned here for you to go about before you go about tackling a relationship here. And I feel like that could be that could potentially apply for both, because when I think about if you're in a relationship already, maybe you've been thinking about how this person is moving, or maybe the lack of momentum that this person is having. You know, maybe you're, because I mean it's Gemini energy. You know, we're all about being quick. I have a Gemini moon, and you know we want to keep things moving. You know, we want to stay that constant, you know, stimulation there. That a lot of, because this is Gemini energy and Aquarius energy here. So I feel like if we're in a relationship, you know, maybe it's time to slow down a little bit. If you've been feeling like this person has been kind of not been able to keep up in a sense, or and you know, take that as it resonates, Gemini. I can't tell you what to do, but there may be some I feel like there could be a benefit to maybe just kind of grounding yourselves a little bit and just slowing down a touch. But again, take it as it resonates. But let's go ahead and get to your third card here. Hopefully that makes sense up there. But let's talk about your third card, which is going to be your first impression of them. So higher self, what is going to be Gemini's first impression of this person at this time? Let's see what this person is going to be like. What do we think of said person? Okay, interesting. You got the World card in reverse here. So I feel like maybe you're, and you know what? That makes sense. With if we were embodying this energy up here, you know, we're really trying to really kind of, you know, be calculated about who we're letting into our space now. I feel like this World card makes sense, because it's like we want to see the potential in this person, but it's just like it's too soon. You know, we need to yeah, get to know each other a little bit. I want to make sure that you're coming correct, you know, that I'm coming correct, and I'm speaking through you, Gemini, and that I'm coming correct, and you know that our vibrations are matching up here. And then I feel like, you know, that's how we flip that world upside down. But I feel like there might be a little apprehension at first, but let's clarify that a little bit. Higher self, because I feel like that's going to be the source of that, is from this how we're going about meeting this person here. But let's clarify. Higher self, can we clarify the world, please? Yeah, let's just clarify the first impression that Gemini has of this person. Yeah? Okay. Okay. You got the Six of Wands in reverse. So yeah, this is pretty much what I was saying over here. I feel like it's just we're waiting to celebrate right now. You know, I don't feel like it's someone that you just dismissed them right off the bat, but I do feel like we're being cautious. You know, we don't want to call this one. We don't want to read into this more than maybe than we think we should. Which I get it, Gemini. You know, I have a Cancer sun. If you can make me laugh, I'm usually fall in love right away. It's so I feel like it's you're at this place where you don't want it to be where it's just like you're calling all your friends, oh my gosh, you know, I just met this person, blah blah blah. And if I didn't mention Gemini, this isn't a gender specific reading. You know, we're embodying energies right now, but it's like I met this person, they're so great, you know, blah blah blah. But I feel like right now it's just like, okay, we're going home and we're telling ourselves that, but it's like, let's give it like third, fourth, fifth date before we start telling our friends about this thing. So very pragmatic of you, Gemini. I get it. I mean, I practice that. I should probably practice that a little bit more, but I'm with it. Now let's get to your fourth card here, which is going to be how they will affect you. So higher self, how is this person going to affect Gemini up until now? Let's see where this has led us. So higher self, yeah, how will they affect Gemini at this time? Let's see how this person's energy is going to mesh with yours. Yeah, okay. You got the Hermit in reverse here. So I feel like maybe this person will, with how grounded they are. I feel like when I was talking about that energy earlier, I feel like maybe that might might challenge you a little bit. And I don't feel like necessarily in a bad way, but maybe it'll get you to this place of where we're thinking, we're kind of doing some introspective work. It's like, okay, I kind of like the pace that this person is going at, or, whatever it is that you're liking about this person. It's like, I wonder in what ways could I possibly adjust, or, like what ways can I, and I don't feel like it's, like you're compromising yourself, or like you're shrinking yourself to accommodate this person. I feel like it's more of, how can I be the best version for this person? I see how they operate, and I want to make sure that I'm operating the same. I like you, and that's kind of what I'm getting with this energy, is that like you kind of, I feel like we're digging this thing, maybe how this relationship is going. And I feel like, and I forgot, if you're in a relationship, let's take a step back. If this was your first impression of them, hopefully, now that we've been with them for a while, we flipped it, now we're celebrating, we've told our friends and whatnot. Depending on the length of the relationship, if we're still in this phase, like let's say we're like maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years in, and we're still not sure about this, it may be time to do some reevaluating, maybe do some hermit work. But again, you're in a judgment-free zone, Gemini. I'll be there for your journey, however you choose to go about it. But if this is something where, if we're in a relationship and yeah, these things haven't quite flipped upright yet, I personally have some questions, but safe space. Let's let's move on to the fifth card here, which is going to be what kind of relationship this will be. So higher self, what is this relationship shaping up to be? Where's this relationship going for Gemini? How is this looking here? Let's see where things are going, Gemini. Oops. No, that's not it. Okay. Yeah, okay. You got the Seven of Wands in reverse here. So I feel like where this relationship is going is maybe with this person, we were initially kind of worried about how people would think about them. Maybe that's why we were a little apprehensive about introducing them. Maybe they might be a little quirky. Maybe we're not sure if they're going to mesh well with our friends. But I feel like ultimately where this relationship is going, where we're going to get to a place where we're not worried about other people's opinions, where we're taking what resonates with us, but we're leaving the rest with them, that or it could possibly be, maybe there are some of us that are still possibly a little concerned about how this thing is, or maybe like how this is viewed publicly, which, Gemini, I get that. But if that's the case, if we're worried about how this is going to look in a public eye, now we're getting into kind of some weird waters here, because then it's your relationship has become about what everyone else thinks about it. It's not like what you think about it. Because if this is your jam, if this is working for you here, it's not about working yourself around the world. It's about letting the world work itself around you, Gemini. So let's get a little clarification on the Seven of Wands, because that's intuitively what I'm kind of getting. Like maybe, it could be, it's a tricky place. I feel like we want to get to this place of not worrying about what other people think, but let's clarify. Higher self, can we clarify the Seven of Wands, please? Let's see. I just want to get a little more clarity on that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got the Knight of Swords here. So yeah, I honestly, I feel like with this energy, it's if this is something that if you're with, I say go for it. You know, like I feel like this is not something that, again, everybody else will form themselves around this energy here. Because I do, like normally, yeah, normally with it in reverse, I feel like it's like we're getting over that thing, or we're yeah, let me not focus on dictionary definition. I'm intuitively getting that, yeah, it has to deal with if you're worried about what other people are thinking, do what your heart feels at the end of the day. You got to worry about what you think about this thing and what you feel about this thing as well, you know, because when I look at this too, you know, we got a good number of swords here, at least some high, you know, court card swords here. So I feel like there's a lot of thinking going on with this relationship, and I feel like maybe there could be more feelings going on. How do you feel about this thing? You know, what is this, how has this relationship been working up until now? Do you like it? You know, that kind of thing, those type of questions, you know, because maybe if you're thinking about other insecurities that maybe other people are thinking about, that might be insecurities of your own, Gemini. So that's just, hopefully that makes sense, but that may be something to think about as well. But let's get into your 6th card here, which is going to be some obstacles, because, you know, with any good relationship, there's going to be some obstacles along the way. So higher self, what are some obstacles that Gemini might face in this relationship going forward? Let's see. Let's see what possible, yeah, obstacles are coming, yeah? Okay. Interesting. Okay. You got the King of Wands in reverse. So I feel like with this popping up, I feel like there's not a, I feel like it's a question of like momentum or a question of action. You know, I feel like maybe this is something we've been kind of on the fence for a while. You know, we kind of maybe, I'm getting like almost like a stringing along type of feeling. You know, I feel like we're having a hard time like wholly committing to this person, with this King of Wands being in reverse here. I feel like there's some kind of doubt with really kind of pouring your all into this, Gemini. Let's get a little bit more on that King of Wands. Higher self, can we clarify the King of Wands, please? What is it that yeah, I'm getting that. Yeah, there's something that's keeping us from really committing to this thing, you know. Yeah, that's interesting, Gemini. Yeah? No. Yeah? Okay. Okay. You got the Hanged Man here, Gemini. So yeah, I feel like maybe there's some new perspective that needs to come into this thing. You know, whatever's keeping this from moving forward. I feel like we really need to get eyes on that, because you got the Hanged Man and the Hermit here. And so I do feel like there is a need to figure out what this means to you. And I feel like it's coming from, I really do feel like we're coming from a place of we're thinking about it and we're doing actions, as opposed to feeling this thing as well, if that makes sense. And I mean, I get it, Gemini, you're an air sign, you know, air signs are, you know, more analytical, but I feel like this is something where I feel like if you want some real clarity here with this King of Swords, I feel like it's going to be something where we need to really figure out what is this thing, and be truthful with yourself. What is it that's preventing me from moving forward with this thing, from like being like wholly with this person, not just like cohabitating together, if that makes sense. So, you know, again, I wouldn't tell you what to do, Gemini, but if you want my 2 cents, I do think that this is something to consider, you know, going into this relationship. But let's get to your 7th card here, which is going to be the outcome. So, higher self, what are some possible outcomes for this relationship at this time? Let's see. What's going to be the outcome of this thing? Where's this relationship going? Okay. You got the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. And this is what I was talking about, Gemini. It's about whether do you want to invest in this thing or not. Like that's the theme here. Do you really want it? You know, are you in a place where your heart is opening up to this? Because I feel like there are no feelings here, you know, and I don't mean that in like a cold way here, Gemini, but I feel like it's a lot of, we're analyzing and then we're acting, and we're not really, and it feels almost like a business transaction is how this kind of things. We got wands, we have swords, and then we have pentacles. It's money, thinking, action. And that's kind of how this thing is coming across to me right now. So that's and you know what, Gemini, if that is the relationship, if that is the nature of this relationship, then dope. Then we are right on track. If both parties understand what this thing is, I'm with it. But just make sure that I feel like make sure that everyone's on the same page here. I feel like this Knight of Pentacles could be about this thing, but I don't want this to be where it's like where we get too far into it and then some weirdness happens. So yeah, they take that as it resonates. But let's go ahead and get to your 8th card here, which is going to be how this thing will ultimately affect you at this time. Because yeah, if we're going for power couple here, this is definitely a recipe for a solid power couple. So that's hey, these are the times we live in. I can keep up. How will let's get to your 8th card. How will this relationship ultimately affect Gemini at this time? Let's see what's going on with that, Gemini. How will this ultimately affect Gemini at this time? Yeah. Okay. You got the 3 of Swords in reverse. And that's not a bad thing, Gemini. This is just like, maybe this is what you needed. Maybe this is something as of right now, whether we're going into this thing or we've been in something for a while. This could be the relief that you needed. Maybe in the past it's been too many feelings. Maybe that's not the game you're trying to, that's not what you're trying to get from a relationship here. So I get that, that's, because this really isn't bad. If this is going to help do some kind of healing along the way, you know what, Gemini, you do you. I'm here, the Soul Tribe is here to support you. Just as long as you are doing stuff that is raising your vibration and raising others' vibration, yeah, I have no qualms with that. Now let's get to your last card here, which is going to be your lesson. So higher self, what is it that, what is the lesson that Gemini will learn from this? What is that, what is it Gemini's getting from this relationship here? Because I mean, honestly, I got a lot from this thing too, Gemini. So that's a lot of learning all around. Okay. You got the 7 of Swords up right here. So I feel like with this, the lesson is, I really do feel like it's honesty. If we haven't, and being honest, not even just with the person, but being honest with yourself. If this is something that you want to do, like how we're going about this relationship here, own it. And be. Don't worry about other people's criticism here, because now that makes more sense here. Don't worry about that. If this is what you want to do, Gemini, then do it. Because again, as long as we're not taking advantage, because the 7 of Swords can be a card of trickery and deception and all of that. So we don't want to get to where we're taking advantage of people. That I'm not quite with. But if we're being honest and being open with this thing, let's go ahead and switch back over. Yeah, if we're being honest and open with this thing, you got my vote, Gemini. This person and this person is with it too. This is a match made in heaven. Like, and I get it. Like it's this. If I had to describe this relationship, it's the most efficient one that I've seen so far, and of the spreads that I've done. So I'm not feeling bad, nor this thing is going to work out however it's going to work out, and you're going to make it work, Gemini. So yeah, make that thing work. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. I think we're in a good place here. So if we haven't already, let's do all the YouTube things. If you think of anybody else who might resonate with this energy that might help them, spread the love. Let's help raise the Soul Tribe vibration. Subscribe, hit that bell button so I know that this is helping you. Follow. I don't know if you follow people on Facebook. follow me, friend me. You probably know Facebook better than I do. I'm getting there, I promise. I'm on it and I'm posting. And last thing, check out my other channel, The Charity and Friends, if you're, because maybe you're dealing with the cancer here, which you know what? While I brought that up, let me see if there's any energies that stand out for me. If I had to pick something right off the bat, Aquarius stands out for me. Maybe a Virgo, but maybe. But Aquarius, I would say, is the strongest thing kind of coming through here. Knight of Pentacles, that is Taurus energy. Meh. Yeah, that's Aquarius. I think it would be Aquarius for the win. That's the biggest energy that I'm getting based off the cards here. But let's get your surprise card. Oh, but I was gonna say that check the Chariot of Friends. All that housekeeping stuff is in the description box below. But let's see what your surprise card is. I'm with it, Gemini. Absolutely. Page of Wands. So I feel like this is about really embracing who you are, and that's exactly what I feel like you did here. You're embracing who you are, and you're being truthful in that. You're owning this thing. So I feel like this, absolutely, as long as your intentions are being made clear, there's no shenanigans going on here, then yeah, I'm with this thing. I would love to hear how this goes, Gemini. So yeah, if you think about it, yeah, let me drop a comment in the comment section. I'd love to see how this, because this gives me power couple vibes. Very, very practical. So all right, Gemini, I'll let you go out there and go get your go get your power couple on. Stay safe out there. Keep raising that vibration, and I'll catch you on the next one later.